Today is March 8th, the year 2002. It is starting out to be a beautiful day, a sunny day, here in sunny Southwest Florida. It's a day many of us have been waiting for. The family side of the Porie family, those surviving, we are meeting today in a family reunion to honor our aunt, Claire Moynihan Helmkamp, who is now 93 years old, going on 94 years old. I am Father Paul Bueter, attending at this reunion of our Tante Claire. Also are those relatives of her from her sisters and brothers' side. We, the children of Annette Porie Bueter. My sister, Jeanne Bueter McCormack, was not able to arrive today, but we do hope maybe tomorrow or the next day, Monday, better said, we will try to get her on this tape too. Paul Moynihan with his son, Sean, and his grandson are here. Paul, of course, son of Tante Claire, and of course, Mimi, Anne-Marie Kirschet. Boy, so happy that she brought Tante Claire here from Rawlins, Wyoming. Who will be missing also today, sad to say, are the two daughters of Uncle Paul Porie and May Porie, Peggy and Paula. I will start this process of interviewing by interviewing myself. I am Father Paul Bueter. I am a Catholic priest. Of course, some of you already know that, but this is for future progenies. And I was ordained on May 30th, 1959. I am a pastor of the Hispanic parish in the Diocese of Fort Wayne, South Bend. And I am in the middle of the 5 children of Annette Porie and Raymond Bueter, 2 older sisters, 2 younger sisters. And my birthday is April 22nd. I was born in 1933. What can I say about this day? Well, I hope to be adding to it in the course of this tape, but right off now I'm certainly was just so excited to be able to know that we set this family reunion up. I think it's the first one at this level of our family on the Porie side, and it's going to just be a great day. I thank God that we're able to do this. Although all of us are not here, this will be just a wonderful memories. Tante Claire, you have been named cover girl for this tape I'm making at this family reunion, and I won't be sending you or giving you a greeting card or anything, but I will be giving you a copy of this tape. And right now I just can't think of the right words to say to you how happy I am to see you, and again to thank God for this big event that He's given us the opportunity for all of us to get together, blood relatives, and enjoy being with you and enjoying being with all our cousins and the family that they were able to have here with us. I hope I can have my mind's moving slowly, and I haven't even had anything to drink yet. But I hope I come up with a few more words that'll express better how I feel about this family reunion that we're going in progress today. Tante Claire, I'm starting my interviewing now, and here's one of the first of your nieces to talk talk to you.
Hi, Claire. This is Marguerite. I'm the first one, I guess, because Claire's in the shower getting ready, and we just got over here from West Palm. I just guess I got to say my name, Marguerite Ulliman. My birth date is March 18th, 1937. I had 5 boys. Oldest, Timothy, who is now 40. He's going to be 42 in March. He's on Daddy's birthday, March 23rd. Mark is turned 41 in January, and Terry is he just turned 38 in December, and of course Brian would have been 34, I believe, or 3. I can't remember them all, and Michael is 29, and he's living in San Francisco. The other boys are all in Springfield, Ohio.
And Michael will be getting married?
And Michael is getting married, and I think they set their date. It's supposed to be October 19th, this coming October 2002. And now they're going to get married in New Jersey, which is her hometown. They were thinking of going to Hawaii, but we said nobody would show up. So anyway, we kind of talked him into going to New Jersey. And he's got a darling fiance. Her name is Lisa, and she's 27. And of course, Michael, as I said, is 29. And I think she seems like really nice. I like her. She came to West Palm and just recently, and that was the first time I got to meet her, and I just fell in love with her. And of course, Michael is meeting her mom for the first time, I think, right now. Actually, she was flying to San Francisco. I'm still working as a school nurse, and school's almost over with. Be over with. Kids are done May 31st. I think that's it.
For now, anyway.
So you can always listen to and remember us. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye.
And now we have the great privilege to Taunte, Claire, for you to listen to someone else you know real well.
Now, I don't know if this is such a great privilege, but this is Paul Ulliman talking. I'm, of course, married to Marguerite. I'm an old guy that was born back August 22nd, 1936. And hopefully I'm getting older. But I just wanted to say hello. I want to say I fondly remember my last visit with you and Joe, when Michael and I came to your house in Fort Wayne, and you had a problem with a tree in the back. Joe was trying to get rid of this tree, and Michael and I volunteered to be the tree guys. So as 2 Paul Bunyans, we went back there and we cut that tree down. Do you remember that? That was a lot of fun, and that was a nice visit, and it's something that both Michael and I remember quite well. I wish Michael was here to say for himself how he remembers. Well, God bless you, and I hope everything continues on, and I hope we can do this when you're 100 years old, which I understand you're going to live to be. And I understand, and I haven't seen you yet since I've been here, but Marguerite says you look wonderful. So I'm anxious to see you, and I sincerely hope that you have another 90-some years of life, but I know you don't want to live that long, but we'll see you at 100. Bye now.
Okay, Taunte, Claire, now we get another interview for you.
Hello, my darling Taunte Claire. This is your namesake, Claire Bueter Clemens. I was born September 21st, 1934, so I'll let you figure out how old I'm getting. And we of course, remember you so vividly from the time you would come to Fort Wayne from Chicopee, and you're a young girl, and you still are a young girl, so we have wonderful memories of you. But Phil and I were married. I married Phil Clemens, and we were married in 1960, and we have 4 children. Our oldest is Denise, and she's married and has her husband is Peter, and they have a set of twins, and they worked real long and hard to get the twins. They finally were able to do it, and now they have just adopted a new baby, and she's named Leslie Claire after the 2 grandmothers, and she's 2 years old, and the twins are 4, and they are Patrick and Aaron. They are now in the process of moving back to Fort Wayne because her husband Pete is going to go in with Phil into business with Phil. So this summer sometime they'll be moving back to Fort Wayne, which is, of course, the big thrill of my life to have my grandchildren back home. And then after Denise is Yvonne, and is Yvonne Marie, and she married Bert Dom. And, of course, a Fort Wayne boy. They started, actually, their life out very much like mine. Married a Fort Wayne boy like I did, went to California, had the first 2 children, which was her Claire and Catherine, like Phil and I did with Denise and Yvonne. Came back to Fort Wayne and now had another little girl named Grace, and then a darling little, her first boy is Edward, named after his grandfather, Ed Dom. And that's a thrill to have those kids in Fort Wayne and so close, and I can see frequently. And then after Yvonne was son Paul, and Paul is now, Paul would be 34, or he's going to be 35 in May, and David will be 34 in May. But Paul is not married. Paul went to Notre Dame and then on to Dayton for his law education, and is practicing in the Louisville area. Actually, he's right. He was in Louisville, and then he went across the bridge into Jeffersonville. He came home for a while and was a prosecutor, and then he went back to Louisville area because he had met a girl right when he was leaving to come to Fort Wayne, and so that would look like it was getting a little serious, and he needed to get closer to each other so they could see if it was going to work. So I thought we were going to have Paul getting married because he asked me to help him pick out an engagement ring with him, and I did. And then I kept waiting and waiting and waiting, and nothing happened. And I said, Paul, whatever happened? You wanted me to help you with the ring? He said, well, there's a few issues that we're waiting to see if we can work out. Well, so far, nothing has happened, so I don't know if it's going to be a wedding there or not. But right now, he's still in the Louisville area and as a prosecutor. Then after Paul is David. David's our baby, and he was with his dad working, but he married a girl from Chicago, Katie McPherson, and she's a darling girl. They have 2 children. Their first one is the oldest, and her name is Annette, named after her grandmother, and then who is now 2.5, and then they have a baby that's like 6 months old, a little boy, and his name is Joseph. And Katie really missed her Chicago. She wasn't used to family businesses. It was kind of upsetting to her. And so they ended up, David left Phil's company because he said, well, what makes Katie happy makes him happy, so they went back to Chicago. So he's got another job there and seems to be doing real well with it. And but they come home, so we do get to see him, but I do miss him in Fort Wayne. So that's our children and my husband, and right now we are building a place in Florida. Still lived in Fort Wayne through the other times and have our lake cottage, but in Florida, in the Naples area near Jacque and Joe, we're building a villa. That's a freestanding villa, and they were supposed to be done in January, then it was February, now it's the end of March. We're supposed to be getting in by Easter. So we're renting right now, so that's why I couldn't have everybody at my house for entertaining for this function. But we are together, and we will have a wonderful time in Taunte. I'm so thankful that you were able to come, and I hope we can do this again real soon, and next time you get to stay with me at my place. I love you, and we'll continue this whole weekend just having a wonderful time. Bye-bye.
Okay, Taunte, here's Phil.
Hello, John Clare. This is Phil. Paul said I should give my name, rank, and serial number. Okay. I'll give you a little more than that. My birthday is September 21, 1931. Same day as Claire's, only I'm a many years older than she is. She is a lot younger than I am. She's on September 21st, but I'll not divulge the year because she's so much younger than I am. But anyway, Claire gave you all the information about our kids and our family and everything, and so I just get the chance to talk about you and how happy we are to see you. It is always and always has been a pleasure to see you, to be with you, to talk to you, to share time together, because you are one of the most exciting and positive people I know, and I really look forward to every time we meet. And your youthful attitude belies your biological age by eons. And we are so happy to see you here, and I hope everyone enjoys the visit with you, and we look forward to seeing you as soon as possible somewhere out there or back here or anywhere. We love you. Look forward to seeing you again.
Claire, here we go again. Okay, Mom, this is Claire. Mom, this is your son, Paul, born in September 1948.
What date?
Oh, September 5th, 1948. Okay, happy birthday and happy 93rd. It's wonderful to be with you right now. It's a very, very special occasion. And I want to thank you for all that you did for me these 53 years, especially those early years when you nursed me through all the broken ankles, broken legs, and stitches and everything else, playing sports and whatever. Again, I love you very much, and thank you, Mom.
Hello, Grandmama. This is Sean, and I was born on December 8th, 1968, and I just want to say that I wouldn't have missed this trip for the world. I've missed a few of your birthdays recently, and I couldn't afford to miss this one. So since I've been a little kid, you've gone above and beyond the call of duty as a grandmother goes, and I couldn't appreciate it more. I love you very, very much. And I want to say thanks for giving me my dad, because if it weren't for him, I wouldn't be here.
Hi, this is Heath Moynihan. I was born June 16th, 1987, and I just want to tell you that I love you a lot. Thank you.
I got a question for you, Heath. This is your first trip to Florida, right? Can you tell a little bit about anything else you want to say about this experience of coming down to Florida here?
It's awesome because I got to see the ocean. I got to put my feet in it.
What are you going to do tomorrow?
Swim in the ocean.
And?
Golf.
Play golf in Florida.
Yep. First time playing golf. That'll be fun.
Well, I know your great-grandmother said, I can't wait to see Heath. I haven't seen him for many years. So great. It's good to have you. I'm glad to have met you, too. This first time I got to meet you. God bless you. All set, Sue.
Okay. Hi, Claire. This is Sister Sue. Paul wants me to remember that, to give my date of birth and everything, since we're celebrating 5 of our birthdays. I was born on March 27th, 1936, so I'm going to be celebrating my 66th birthday on March 27th, and it's been absolutely wonderful being with you here and having the opportunity of having you come, never mind being here. And Paul wants me to give a few words as to what I'm doing right now. You already know what I'm doing. I'm Director of Development, which is fundraising. I am external coordinator for one of our communities, and I am PR representative, PR working on promoting our congregation, and also working on our 100th anniversary here in the United States. I've mentioned this to you so that you could remember where you went to school in Chicopee in 1903. So that's just a couple of little things that I do. Hopefully one of my new, what I have in mind with our new house is to have some young people from the college come in. It's called Theology on Tap. And we would probably meet once a month or maybe twice a month, and just to be able to listen and answer questions that students might have. That's a short little resume of what we do. Love you. Hope you have a safe trip back.
Okay, Bob, you're on.
My name is Rob Roy. 3/12/27. I'm a white male with a gray mustache, and I'm retired, happily living in Naples, Florida. Taunte, Claire, you're a sweetheart. I loved you way back when, and I still love you today. I think you look great.
Thanks, Bob. Ready to go, Jack.
Okay. This is for you, Taunte Claire, and this is Jacque, of course. And Paul...
When were you born, Jacque?
Paul wants me to tell you when I was born. Of course, you know that's May 17th, 1930. And
You're married.
and of course, you know that I was married to the best guy in the whole world, and that we met out in Indiana U. And you know, you had a big part in our romance. Should I say in our what do I was saying? Because we were out there at Indiana together, and we used to come into Fort Wayne on the holidays. Yeah, on the holidays. And this was the greatest event that I can possibly think of, to have all of my relatives, and of course you as the primary one because of your birthday.
She certainly put everything into it. She did a nice job.
Yeah.
But tell us a little bit, mention your children.
Oh, okay. And of course you know that Suzanne is married to David Young, and they have the twins, the boy twins, and there's Connor and Andrew. Very, very involved in athletics, and their dad is involved too as a coach for hockey. And the boys have separate sports that they excel in, which is good because they're not competing against each other. And so Andrew has just learned how to ski, and I guess he's a natural born at that. And he's also taking horseback riding lessons. And then there is Connor, and he is soccer, karate. He has a black belt, is it, Joe? What does he got?
Yeah, he's got
I think it's a black belt in karate. And now it's hockey, and his dad, as I said, is the coach. So he is doing, I just hope that they're doing as well in their school work as they are in their sports.
In the athletics.
In the athletics, yeah. So I guess, Tom Claire, there isn't much else to say except the thoughts that I put on paper on print that we put in the book that's called This Is Your Life, Tom Claire.
Okay, Joe, you're on.
Okay, it's January 14th, 1930.
That's
when I
date
was
of birth.
born.
Okay, Joe.
And then, of course,
What were you doing before you retired?
Oh, no, I was in the paper industry for 37 years before I retired. And Jacque and I went down to Texas, and we started there, and then we migrated into West Palm Beach, and then from West Palm Beach to our present here in Naples, Florida. And we've enjoyed every bit of it all the way, and we're glad that we could participate in this particular event because it's very important to both of us. And we love you very much.
I want to inject one other thing because Joe just reminded me. The next birthday is going to be at the Cape in our other house that we just bought. And everybody that was here today is going to be invited to Cape Cod, Massachusetts for a delightful reunion next year.
That sounds great.
Okay.
Bring your own booze.
Hi, everybody. This is Jeanne. I guess I'm one of the last ones to speak. Jeanne McCormack is my name. I married Bill McCormack, who I no longer am with because of his problems, but he is getting a lot better, and he is now can you hear? Oops, Paul just took this away from me because I forgot to say when I was born. I was born on December 18th, 1931, which made me icky 70 years old last December. If that isn't for the birds, I can't believe it. Anyway, as I was saying, I married Bill McCormack, who had a lot of problems, and we separated. He is now doing a lot better, and he comes over and we go out to lunch or dinner once in a while, and he's always over during the holidays seeing the kids. And he is now running a step house. He has two of them, and he for alcoholic and drug addicts. And he's, I guess, doing a wonderful job. Everyone thinks he's great, and he wants to open a small one now another one for teenage boys. I don't know. He's got a lot of ideas. I hope it works for him. So I have 6 children. My oldest is Renee McCormack Murray. She married Bruce Murray from Minnesota, but he is a professor of German. You're turning, can you hear me? He's a professor of German from the University of Illinois. They live in Vienna, Austria, and he teaches at the university. He's the head of the exchange program between the University of Illinois and the University of Vienna, and Renee is a nurse practitioner, and she's the nurse for the American school there, and they have a wonderful little boy named Connor, and they live too far away, but it's good, and they're happy, and eventually they'll be coming home. Then my second child is Michael Patrick McCormack. He's married to Lisa Bornholt. They live in Brown County, about an hour outside of Indianapolis on a lake. He is an airline pilot with U.S. Air, and which is wonderful for me because parents fly free, and that's how I get to go over and see Renee. And or anytime I want to fly someplace to visit or have fun, then I don't have to pay anything. He has 2 adorable little boys, one Patrick, and who is in 6th grade, believe it or not, and Keenan, who is in 3rd grade, will be in 4th next year. And Patrick is quite a runner. He is 3rd in the nation as far in track. In his, I forget what it is, though. It's the 1300 or whatever. Anyway, it doesn't make any difference. Then there comes John, my Irish bachelor, and he lives in Fort Wayne and is an appraiser. Then my Michelle, who's married to Don Harbor, and she lives in Fort Wayne and has 3 wonderful children. Ashley, who is a sophomore in high school. Kim is in 7th grade, and Megan is in 2nd grade, and will be making her first communion this year, along with Connor, and Ann's Gabrielle. After Michelle is Ann, who is married to Keith Greer, and they live in Fort Wayne, in fact, close to me also. And she is an assistant at St. Jude's in the nursery school. She has 2 darling children. Gabrielle is in 2nd grade and will be making her first communion this year. And Jacob, who is in preschool and is going into kindergarten next year. And then there's my Monique, who was just married a couple weeks ago, and she married Jeff Ford, and they have no children, and she has a wonderful job in insurance. Let's see, what else do I have to say? I guess that's it. Oh, this is for you, Todd Claire. So, hi, Todd Claire, I love you. I'm going to write you a little note, and I have a picture for you, but this is wonderful, and just to think, I'm just so upset that I finally got here, and I didn't get to see you, and I'm just going to see you tonight for dinner, but that's going to be vim vam, and then it's over. But at least you're here, and I flew in, so I get to see you. I love you very much. You're the bestest auntie in the whole world. And is that all I have to say, Paul? Is there anything else I'm supposed to say? Guess that's it. Paul's got this holding me. So, kisses and kisses to you, Tante Claire, our wonderful aunt. Or tante, I should say. Goodbye. I love you.
Hi, Mom. This is Mimi. Just so happy to be with you here in Florida to celebrate your 93rd birthday and to celebrate you, all that you are. What fun to be together. And so wonderful to have you in Rollins so that you can be with Archie and me and with Amy and Warner and Patrick and Jeannie and all of your grandchildren. Of course, Dan and Jill and Tim and Tiffany and Molly and John and our almost 14th grandchild. And to have you be part of their lives is just wonderful. They love you as their grandmama. And I love you too. My full name is Anne Marie Moynihan Kirsch. I was born in 1942. And what else did I need to say? Oh, December 13th, 1942. And I am living in Rollins, Wyoming, south central Wyoming.
That will do it. Okay, Tante Claire, we're going to let you end this tape. It's now Tuesday, the the 12th of March, and we're over at Jackie and Joe's place. You and Mimi will be leaving tomorrow, so we want to have you give you the last word on what was, and I hope will continue to be just a beautiful gathering as family. But you're on now.
Well, do I have to talk into it?
I'll hold it.
Okay. Well, Father Paul just said it has been the most beautiful, wonderful time I've ever had, and a lot more than I never dreamed that it was going to be anything like this at all. We've all been together, and anyway, they made a book for me, and I cry every time I read it, because each one said how wonderful I was, what a great taunt I was, and so forth and so on, which makes me feel real good to think that they think that much of me. However, and they brought pictures. They just brought a picture. Jeanne brought a picture of my sister Annette and poor Tom Weiss. And now when I'm saying poor because he's gone, which is beautiful. But I have pictures of everybody that's going in that book. What memories, what wonderful memories. Father Paul has been a sweetheart, as he always is. And my son Paul came with his son Sean and Sean's son Heath. And Father Paul was so darn cute with them. And in fact, Sean said to me, he said, Father Paul is acting or behaving or acting with my son like he did with me, meaning himself. And he was so pleased, as I was naturally, to have, and I didn't expect Sean at all. I don't mean Sean, I mean Heath. I hadn't seen Heath since he was, when we left, he was 7, he was 14. Now, he's 14 now, and he's the cutest. I love him, as I love them all. I don't know what else to say. This is going to be this was a wonderful reunion, and I'm very dear to my heart.
Thank you, Tante Claire. What I plan to do now is make copies of this. Certainly you will definitely get your copy. And but before I turn this off and stop our taping, I just want to repeat what I said. This has been such a wonderful memorial experience of getting together family. There's something about it. We were blessed by God that we could do this. Of course, we do feel sad the fact that not all the cousins and all the relatives on the Porie side were here. For example, my sister Jacque Bueter Weiss, who passed away in May of 1995, and Tante Claire's husband, Uncle Joe Helmkamp, who died on May 30th of 1995. Those two we miss dearly, and also who we miss dearly who are alive, and I hope someday we can get together with them, is Uncle Paul's two lovely girls, Peggy and Paula. Peggy and Paula, I don't know if you ever wind up listening to this tape, but we missed you two. Hope we can get to know you and your kids someday in a real reunion. Maybe at the Cape, because Jackie Tansy's talking about that, a reunion at the Cape. Okay.